presents Black Girls in Web3 podcast. Hosted by Wanda SUERO, also known as Salty Coffee, DAZZLE Daniels, also known as Dazzle D, and myself, ELRUBY Thomas, known as Miss Ruby, Crypto Queen of Harlem, y'all. Tune in weekly as we strive to educate and elevate our community's financial literacy. We bring you professional and expert speakers, share insights from our personal wealth journeys, and introduce workshops and resources to empower you. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com at P2G Networks TV for an hour of Black Girl Power, where we're shaping the future of finance in Web3. Peace and see you there.
Oh, okay, got it going. All right, I get a little excited. Y'all know how I am. Welcome to Friday night, y'all. It is Friday night with Black Girls in Web3, and I'm one of your hosts, Miss Ruby T. And I got my girls in the house. Dazzle D, where you at? Dazzle D, where you at? Oh, she driving, y'all. You know what she be doing. And Miss T, how you doing?
Blessings. I'm excited to have Miss Grace here.
That's what's up. Miss Grace is our host, one of our amazing guests. We got all these hosts, and we got a lot of questions for you. Can you share with us where you're from, Miss Grace?
Okay. Good evening, community. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Miss Grace Adiepena. I am a midwife. I've been practicing midwifery for 20 years now. Because of the love I have for the work, I have set up my own NGO, that is non-governmental organization, to help mothers and their babies in the communities. And I've been delivered in a community where there wasn't a clinic or hospital. So my mother delivered us at home. And I am a twin, so I lost my twin sister through home delivery. After my mom delivered us, she had PPH. She bled for about 12 hours. She was in a pool of blood, and the church gathered and they were praying before she gained consciousness. And when she woke up, she thought she was lying in water. No, it was full of blood. So my second sister delayed coming, and after she was delivered, after a few hours, she died. And then my elder sister also died through home delivery. My elder sister, she also had PPH and she died. So when my mother narrated these stories to me, my sister, I grew up before she died. By my twin sister, I was very young. So when my mother narrated this about my twin sister, in fact, I bursted into cry. I wept. So from that day, I developed love for pregnant women and their babies. So whenever somebody comes to my facility, I give them the best care I could. So people do call me from homes. They will call me and book appointment that I should help them to come to the hospital. Even today, I took a client and the husband to the hospital. This is their first pregnancy. So I led them to the hospital and I took them through all the procedures and I came back home. So this work is not an easy work, but if you love it with your heart, God will open your eyes into a lot of things. So most of the time it's like I'm being guided by an angel. If something will happen, I will quickly intervene as if somebody has spoken to me that I should get there timely. And I've been saving a lot of life that my workplace, I'm one of the best midwives that people always recommend in my community here. So because of that, I've set up the NGO so that I can be able to help people. I do attend to pregnant women. After they have delivered and gone home, I visit them in their homes. And some of them too, they don't have money to pay for their hospital bills. So sometimes my authority, they fall on me and inform me that especially the teenagers who comes to deliver. Sometimes I use my meager salary to take care of them. And when they are discharged, sometimes I use my car to carry them home to their various homes. And I also do a prison visitation. I visit prisoners to offer a little gift and pray with them. I do a lot of philanthropic works. And because of that, I've decided to go into politics to be able to have a stronger muscle to care for people who may be in need. And where I am vibing as a parliamentary candidate is a village, a rural area where there is no hospital. When people are pregnant, they are in labor, they have to carry them to a very long distance before they'll go and deliver. And one day during my campaign tour, I went to a community, a woman was in labor. They were carrying her to another facility. It's about 6 or 7 kilometers away. On the way, she delivered in the car and the baby died. So looking at all this, in fact, I think it's better I continue to contest that seat. And I'm the first lady who have ever gone to that area since 32 years now to contest that seat. So I am the people's choice, and I have a lot of vision for the people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a lot of vision for the people in that area. You know, the roads are bad. When it rains, the whole place is like a fish pond. Car cannot pass. There are no hospitals, no clinics, and schools are still under trees. I have a video that the school children were lying chairs. Even the floor was not tiled. It was just a muddy room. They lie down to write. And the youth, there is no factory over there. So I'm planning to set up a shop, a sewing factory for the youth. And then right now too, we are planning to train some of the women as doulas over there with time, so that when people are
All right,
pregnant,
I see you on the
they,
way.
they will have people to take care of them, so that it will cut down maternal mortality and neonatal death in that area. So I have a lot of ambition to help the people. So we are left with 2 months into the elections. So you can even see my poster on the wall right now. Look at my poster.
Awesome
Can you
now. Ooh,
can
go
you see
ahead.
it?
You gotta
Ah,
go.
so
She said, "Look at my
that is my
poster." That's
political that is my political poster on the wall. So I'm working hard to go back to the village and then do the final campaign. And I know I will emerge as a winner for that seat and help the youth, the women groups, and then the people of that community. So I need your prayers. I need your support in any way to emerge. I know when I win for all of us. You can come to
right.
Ghana and then help us for developmental projects.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
So for
excited, and
now,
I just got to. Did you just invite me to Ghana? Y'all heard that,
yeah,
right?
yes,
That's
you
official. I
are
got the
welcome.
invitation.
I
I
wish
sent it.
you could even
Just
come.
make sure we don't say that. Y'all heard
I
her say
wish you
that,
could even come
right?
before December. I wish you could come before December,
Oh,
so that
I
you
wish
come
we
and
could too. It
help
would be
me.
awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love. Mama,
You
I'm
are
gonna tell
all
you something.
welcome. I'll invite
You
you.
are the angel. You are the angel.
Thank you.
You are. I'm like,
Amen.
This is a woman who stands up for life. She's not here about the tragedy. She ain't here about them tragedies. She about to make the tragedy a reality of a life. I'm really, and the fact that you understand that it is not just for you to save, but to help others learn to save life. You need others in this fight.
Yes.
You need others, and then you need
Yes.
funding. You know that you need funding. You need them people to
Yes.
pay
Yes.
that this is a
Yes.
thing. Because you can't have a community where people ain't being born. These numbers matter. These numbers matter. I love it. Oh my God. Miss Teresa, you gonna have to let us know where you can hide these things.
Well, that's why I thought Miss Grace would be a great person to interview, because she has so many things that she's doing in Ghana. And now that she works here, she does stuff here in USA. She has a lady, Miss Cooper. Miss Denise is the person who introduced us to Miss Grace, and me and her been good buddies. We call each other and talk to each other from Africa to USA, and I've been supporting her, every month supporting her. But the thing what I love about her is that she's just a sweet spirit, and the thing too is that we have to have all these degrees in the USA. Miss Grace has not gone to school, but she has a calling to do what she's doing, and she's training other women to do what she's doing, and that's what's so profound. They actually created a song for her. She has a song that they created for her, just for her political thing. It is a powerful song. I don't know how she can get it to her. We got to get it out there so people can hear it, because it's really powerful. I was telling her that she needs to get hooked up with Daz, to see if she can get that song out with Daz music company. But the song is powerful, but it's a song specifically that they made for Grace to push through her, her political. And it's that she said that the song is all over Ghana. But like when I met her, she was just such a sweet person. And me and her just been. She calls me. I be like, Miss Grace, I'm sleeping right now. I'm going back later on. But we just, it's like I never met Miss Grace in person, but I know Miss Grace because she sent me pictures. She showed me the work that she's doing. She's delivering babies. She's feeding women. She's feeding women who don't have the money to even to, like, she gets them vitamins. She gets all kind of stuff. So it's like, and she's doing it with her own money. Like people do help her, but she's taking her own check and paying for all these things. And so that's what was so profound. So I was like, I gotta support. So every month I send a donation towards her. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It's like she does this work for free. Like no one, she gets paid, but she's doing, after she gets her work, then she's still taking care of mothers, still taking care of children. And so it's a beautiful connection that we have, because she really is for the people. And it's just like, that is such that space in my heart, because so many black women are dying because of black women in her. And it's worse in her country because they don't even have, like, they can't even walk to the hospitals. So she goes to the hospital, she goes to the place and takes care of, and she's becoming very popular because of her work. And so I'm glad that she's going to be the first African black woman that's running for this particular position in her community. And then she'll be able to put in programs and stuff for her community. So that's what I love about it. It's like I'm proud of her. I'm proud to have her on the show. I'm proud that she said yes to being part of the P2G next, so people can know who Miss Grace is. I call her Miss Grace. I can't pronounce Miss Grace last name, but she's Miss Grace to me. She is the midwife of midwives of Ghana, and I just love her because her heart is pure for the people, and I can learn a lot from her. It's like when she was talking about her story, my face was kind of wrinkling up because I felt what she said, and so she took her misery and made it into her passion. And so that's what I got. That's what I got what she said today. So it's like she just said some words to me that's gonna help me push past what I'm dealing with and make it into my passion and help serve the people. Right now I'm doing that right now, but having Miss Grace so people can know who Miss Grace is, because she needs to be known. She's a beautiful woman that really loves people.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
have to say,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Grace.
Yeah. I also want to say that I'm into cervical cancer prevention program. I go to churches, schools, marketplaces to give education. I also screen the women for cervical cancer. So I'm even planning to do one coming this October for the women in the village. So I have to buy some of the screening. I'll be doing VIA, visual inspection with acetic acid, because they cannot afford the pap smear. So when I do the VIA and there is any change, then I'll refer them to the bigger facilities for further investigations. So it's part of my program that I do voluntarily, especially when I'm on leave. I go to places to do screening. Even I've been invited for a program for World Teachers Day. They've asked me to come and give them talk and screen the women. So it's now that I'm trying to solicit for some funds and buy some of the materials for the screening. So I'm on it. I need the
Miss
prayers and
Teresa,
then help.
I'm, I'm gonna add. So
Mm-hmm.
we have a bit of a. I can tell we have a time lag, so I want to make sure that we don't. I don't speak over you, but I want to just. I got to say one thank you. I commend what you are up to, sis. One of the things that I don't know if Miss Teresa told you what the P2G network is about, but one of the issues that we are here to solve is digital financial literacy, along with resolution, not just knowledge, but actions that can be taken to build funding. Because we teach people how to build with what they have and how to help have more value amongst your community. And one of the things I'm really
Okay.
excited about is that what you're talking about right now has great value and can have great value built around it. I love it because
Yeah.
you have an international project that can get attention. I'm all I'm listening to is we need to build a coin project. We need to build a see people. I learned one thing. People are emotional giving. Emotional giving can go two ways, but people are selfish. They want something for their money.
Mm-hmm.
What we love to
Mm-hmm.
do in Web3, that's all we create is something for their money. And just
Yeah.
so happens it can be for a good cause. See, I don't want to let nobody. I tell y'all, we stopped the nonprofit from profits from begging. You ain't begging nobody. Now they get to invest in good causes, things to happen the right way. They get to invest and help that to grow and build. I personally think we need to start a non. We need to start her a coin processing algorithm. I think we need to do that. The Lives of Mothers coin. We need to have the Lives of Mothers coin. Life in
Wow.
Africa.
That sounds nice. I like that.
I'm
Please,
sitting here listening to you
please,
talk to me about
what is the meaning of the mother's coin?
Mother's coin can be anything. It can literally be a coin where when people invest in it, and I love it because I'm learning from. See, we got folks on our platform like Walt knows money. Walt knows how to turn nothing into money.
Mm-hmm.
Walt knows money so well he can turn dust into money, and it is beautiful. And watch it grow, and we can plant it and watch it grow. It's something called farming that we just taught in this last 8 week section. See, we teach digital financial literacy that works worldwide. Literally, all you do
Yeah.
is the line. And I'm like letting folks know you have nothing. Don't worry. We start from zero. That's why this platform is called P2G, pennies to gold. We ain't joking. We prove it every
Mm-hmm.
time. And we don't take a long time to do it. What I'm trying to do is I want to get started. I want to talk with Walt, and we're going to talk to him about what we can create to help create small goals. You got to work with us now. We're going to need to know what your budget is and realistic. So I let folks know we got to start small, build up, and keep it growing. I've watched this young man
Oh,
start with zero liquidity, zero money, build a project, show how it can grow, and how even new members from what you're learning digital financial literacy can now pay you. That's crazy.
mm-hmm.
It can pay for whatever
Mm-hmm.
you want it to. That's what I was trying to tell folks. We are in a new age worldwide. So you ain't got to ask for money. Money ain't the same thing it used to be. Now I don't have to, anything I do here can affect you over there and you can have it. One of the things I actually have some friends who are in the Ghana area. And I learned, I was teaching them, I asked them, you got a wallet? Can I pay you for the artwork in crypto? He was like, yes, you can, because I don't have a rate of exchange anymore. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about fiat. I don't have to go through some third party to find you. All I need is a picture of your QR code. Flash it, and you got money in a flash. That's value. Turns right into whatever you need to spend in Ghana for what you need it
And that mother coin could be that thing would be powerful because we could use that coin here as well as in the USA because there's a lot of mothers who are suffering and stuff. So that coin could think, but we could start it out in Africa. It would be the opposite. Start Africa and then bring it back to USA. That would be most. That would be so powerful.
for. Bridge the continents.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be beautiful because so many women
Okay.
are dying, and so to have a mother
Yeah.
coin, oh my goodness, that just gave. I'm telling you, Miss Grace. Let me tell you something,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Grace. I didn't even this conversation. I did not know was going to happen, Miss Grace. I did not know that Miss Ruby was going to say any of these things that she's saying. But Miss Grace, because when we show up in places, God, the universe will help us when will send help, and so man, man, Miss Grace, I'm telling you, it's like it's just
Okay.
I'm just excited. I'm in tears because I know I
Mm,
see the pictures. I see what you are dealing
mm,
with those women.
mm,
I see how long how the long hours that you work to make sure that women are
mm,
fed, children are fed. I seen it.
mm,
It's not like I imagine. I see the picture. She sent me the picture.
mm,
She showed me that they're living like in mud homes, but she still go there and take care of them. It's like it's powerful to see that you have not allowed the oppression of the system to stop you from still ministering and loving on people in spite of, and so that's a beautiful thing. And so
mm,
it's an
mm,
honor to have you here. And I'm in awe that Miss Ruby said what she said. That just really touched my
mm,
heart. It was like
We've been talking about this a long time, Miss Teresa. Finding a cause that is worthy, but finding it with value.
mm,
See, what happens
mm,
is people want something for their something. Well, what happens if it's an NFT? What happens if it's now so now it's something that we find maybe you have an artist or artists, a project, an art project that actually points out what you're dealing with. You take your
mhm,
entire all the pictures that you show, the interviews that you can have, people talking about the change you've made in their life. That becomes a project people get to
mm.
invest in and literally
Okay.
pass coin. Then they can actually pass it on and this is the funny thing because once you create an NFT, you can resell the NFT. So now it becomes a second investment, or let's just say a second donation. The people who own the coin have gotten there by the investment to your project. They say, well, no investment. We just want to donate. No problem. They own the NFT. Now they can sell the NFT. They get part of their money back and you get a part of that. And every time it sells, someone else gets, and you keep getting paid off of those NFTs. If you only have 1,000 of them made and each one of them is $100, talk to me.
Mhm,
And it keeps getting
mhm.
resold because it's part of the movement. And all you get is
Mm.
25% to your organization every time it's resold. They can raise the price of it so they can actually bring more funds to you.
Okay.
there is no
Web three,
coin. There's no mother's coin that I know of out there. So this will be the first. So that's why it's gonna be so powerful.
this would be the first one.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
would be the first one
I've
for
never
this
heard about it before.
and
I
you
say I've
won't
never heard about it
find
before.
it. But I want to make an announcement right now in the video. For those who are watching this show, I want you to keep your eyes on the P2G network on this project because I'm seriously planning to post this on our website, p2gnetworks.com. And you can watch the development of that as we begin to put the pictures in place of us putting this together. As long as Miss Grace is willing, because I know you are on a different time frame, as long as you're willing to follow through with this and we can get everything together to make this project happen, I'm more than happy to put the time in to help with this. We've been talking about this. It's called the charity coin. It's called a charity coin. It's how you shift charity.
Mm,
Because Obama, years ago, when he was in office, made it legal to accept donation for churches here in the city, or I'm sorry, in the United States, to accept cryptocurrency as donations for support. Well, you ain't in the United States. And we're going to make sure that these churches and these families know that we're going to create a collective fundraising process that actually has a goal to affecting something that is taking place here in the United States, because the comorbidity of women pregnancy for women I didn't know about it in Africa. This is the first time I'm hearing about it in Ghana, when I heard about it here. But it's a hard thing to sell. You know, it's weird, hard to sell people that you don't have to keep asking for money over and over. If you create a way for someone to donate to you, your cause, because they get something from it. Crazy, ain't it?
Okay.
The average person can donate to you because then they can sell the coin and the project and get their money back. And you get a further donation. How
Okay.
amazing. We just have to learn. We have to figure out what the value is. And I got you. You got somebody in this city that got in this country here that got your back over there. Because it's the high time we get it going, and now we have the technology and the technologists to get it done. Because Walt knows money. I'm about to call him out. I'll let you know. This video is to let y'all know I called Walt Knows Money. That organization is going to be called in to work on this and to bring it into an already existing stream of income. He got it. Okay, we're going to put it on the algorithm.
Okay.
Because it's the one thing.
Okay.
You already did the work, baby girl. You already did the work. And once you get in that political position, it's not. See, big thing is you have to do that. You're doing that so you could create finances for this situation, aren't you? So that you can bring awareness and finances and services into this. I see you.
Okay.
I see you, baby. I'm excited. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I can only imagine the hospitals are like, they loving you, honey. I know they're loving you, because they can't do it all by themselves. These hospitals ain't out there going to find these parents. You know, we forget. I just said it in our last interview. We forget how others live in the world. We only think how we live. And when you hear your story, baby, your story brings a whole new reality to us. So let's take a look at this situation and see what we can do for it. Because it ain't about the money, it's about the support. That's why I remind folks, it's not just about the money, it's the support. Them mamas gonna need some help, ain't they? Those mothers are gonna need some help. The new doulas are gonna need some help.
Yeah, they need to be helped.
Yes, they need to be. You need to be able to build to teach the doulas. And how is it coming, honey? How is that going for finding people in the space? How is that going for you? I wanted to ask.
Unless I get funding, I cannot do it. But apparently, I've started compiling some names, and then I'm hoping that very soon we'll get people to support us.
You got to have a movement. You got to have a group of people that believe in it. I can tell you that once people understand what the opportunity is, I think that's gonna and that's what it really has to be, the opportunity of it all. People say that's not a way to look at it. That's got to be. It's how we function as human beings. I want to share with folks sometimes. You can't really expect folks to go outside what they want to do something that's right, even something that's right. It's got to connect to them. There's so much you can put into pity. You know what I'm saying? There's so far you can get people to put things into pity. You got to give them purpose that belongs to them to get involved with what you're up to. So we're gonna help you build some purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited.
Yeah.
You doing an amazing job, Mama. But one person, I want to see you healthy and moving through too. I'm like, you're taking on got a whole problem. What's going on? Not by yourself. Not by yourself.
It's good.
And over here, Miss Teresa. She was like, y'all got to meet her. And yes, I thank you. I do. So there's a project that you're working on here together. How did you meet Miss Teresa? What do you do? What do you guys do together? What's your project together?
Well, we do the black. We work with the black maternal health. I'm not doing it right now this year. Just it's a lot to take on. But I support them, and like do they flyers or whatever. Like I'll send it out thing. But we do like the setup for the programs. Like we have postpartum awareness day, which is in I can't remember the days. I have to get it back. But we do postpartum awareness, and then we do um speak, move, and change. Like postpartum awareness, then it's the Black Maternal Health Week. So we have two different ones that we work on. And so I met Miss Grace
And
through
let's
that. So she's been like speakers, and
speak
we've actually
move
had speakers
change.
from Africa all over coming to speak. All over we have people in India, people all over the country that come to speak. And so Miss Grace is just one of the countries that we deal with.
Yeah.
And so but Miss Grace, she just touched my heart because we was on late at night, and Miss Grace and her family was still on there every night coming on wake up because it's from 7 to 9. So that means Miss Grace was on when it was way late. She's like 4 hours. So it was like 1 o'clock, was maybe 1 o'clock. And Miss Grace was still hanging there. And I was like, Dad, God, she's a trooper. She's like, she's not, and she be there, like they come off, then they get back on. So, we just it was amazing to see, how persistent she is about something. That's how she is with her commitment to doing with the helping the kids. And now, she's doing the political, she's going for a political position. And so it's just a beautiful thing. And just to see the costumes and stuff that they be having on is just so magnificent. Oh my God, the clothing and stuff, that she wears sometime. And then she just makes sure that the women are taken care of. It's like you see her where she's feeding them and making sure that they're okay. Sometimes she has pictures of where she's delivering babies. Like you could actually see all this. Like I was like, "Woo, Miss Grace!" Like she shows where she's delivering them or she's taking care of them. So it's like, this is not nothing that's fake. This is a real live person doing real work. So, and I actually have a lot of pictures that that we could use to show people that this is a woman that's really doing the work. She's talking the talk. It's not just people just they walk. What they say they just talking, but she walking and talking. And
That's
she's
right.
doing it, and so it's a blessing, to know her and to see her tenacity. And it's like she's a strong woman because she works long hours and she gets them, still goes and take care of people after that. And I'll be like, well, when you she said,
Somebody
and I'll be like, how do you
somebody
do all
asked
of
me,
that?
how do you rest? Do you rest? Do you rest?
It's the truth.
When I was doing presentation to wake up everybody.
Right. And yeah, it's amazing. It's like she gets up and even on her day off, she's taking care of people. Her day, I said, Miss Grace, I got to take care of the people. It's like,
Amen.
that's her job. It's like, that's her passion. She really,
Yeah.
I pray that the Lord,
Yes.
you
I
know, yeah, because she
I
was trying to.
enjoy doing that.
They don't want. She do such a good work. They don't want to proof for her to come to USA because they were like, nope, we only got one Miss Grace. So I'm praying that the Lord will bless her to get whatever she needs so she can train other women to do what she's doing, because it's not like their credentials not like us. It's like it's a calling they have. Like they don't really have like a license. Like we have a license. Mm-mm. They just
Yeah.
doing the work because they just call. Like they like from their mother's been midwives and then the mother. So it's like it's just part of their generation. So they just do it like just because they call to do it. And
Do you?
that's what's powerful.
That's a good question. That's it. Kind of raises a good question. Do you find that it's a little harder to, like, because of the way things have changed, to find women who are willing to become doulas? Like because of the way things
Yeah.
are, yeah. Because everybody's trying to find a job, and they're just they're moving away from villages. They're kind of getting into the workspace, and this is a side, kind of behind them type thing. They're trying to move toward the more industrious type situation. What do you think about
There
that?
are people who are willing, and already there are people who are practicing delivery without any training. We call them TBAs. Some are not even TBAs, the traditional birth attendants. Some are trained in a way, some too, they do it illegally. They don't want the government to know that they are scared that maybe they'll be arrested or something. So those people, we can find out from the community, then they'll be trained. Then they can practice it better. or they will take care of the pregnant woman by bringing her to the hospital for delivery and other care that they can render. But there should be a limit. They should know their
Right,
limits. Uh-huh.
right. See, and that's the thing. I worry about that. Like the government enforcing certain rules around how women can help one another, and this training in itself. That's why I was wondering, is it hard to find women who are willing to take this on, because it has been passed on usually through family. We go from
Mm.
mothers to daughters to aunties. It was traditionally it was something that was traditional in our villages, whereas there was the birthing person, or shaman or shea woman, whoever it is, that handled the birthing, and then it went on to the women, and then it went, and it was passed on. Home births. It is weird because my aunt used to do that. My aunt actually did that here in the city. She was actually birthing babies in the living room, and I was like, I was, because I knew how to. I was okay. My aunt was still, popping them out. I asked my mother. I said, "Did she do me?" She was like, "No, baby. I went to hospital. All my babies went to hospital." But this is something that here in the States, and it was safer. I hate to say it, but it was safer, especially because we were just talking about how the history of care for women of color in this city, black women, and I say quotes because there's no such thing as black. I tell everybody, you know, we got to be careful, because even in hospitals, how we're cared for is quite discriminatory. Like, it's almost like they won't give us any pain, anything for pain, and they just kind of rough, and suppose we are able to take more pain than others, that we're stronger, and we don't need to be cared for as much.
Mm.
And it's sad because even till today, many times women, well, and I'm so glad to see more women in the field, because it used to be men that took care of us. And not to say, we never
Mm.
separate, but men don't identify with this kind of, can identify with this kind of experience. So it
Mhm.
comes off a different way. The empathy for this situation is totally different. And so
Mhm.
to see, I'm praying that my sisters don't outgrow this process, because I'm like, you
Mhm.
can't outgrow life. I don't want to see us
Yeah.
outgrow life. Oh, we're so
Mhm.
industrious. I'm like, are you kidding me? It took. Do you find that more women are moving away from personal care of people? Because I'm seeing this, and I just was noticing that. I was telling the ladies, I said, I'm never gonna be a grandmother. My babies are selfish. They don't want
Mhm.
kids. They don't want
Mhm.
children. I have two daughters, and neither want children. And I'm like, what done
Mhm.
happened to the world? Why am
Mhm.
I not living? By the way, just so that you know, my cousin who had 8 kids now have 8 grands. She now has 8 grands. And I'm like, I'm not jealous, because I know all those kids are gonna come see me. But I'd like to be a grandma one day. And it's not just my daughters. I'm noticing that young women are moving away from like motherhood and the whole process of that kind of natural care. So I'm hoping, and like I said, I'm gonna pray on this for you, because this is the place to start. We need to get these young women understanding that caring for your sister is in the lives that they're bringing is serious. You know,
Yeah.
it's from the pregnancy. I can't just only, I can imagine. Look, I was a mama. I had WIC, had vitamins, food to eat, made sure I had the right foods. I had the milk and the calcium and the vitamin C products. This is a place where that's not, there's no subsidy for that. There's no one there. So that you're feeding women, I get that. In order to have a healthy birth, you have to have a healthy diet. You have to have
Mhm.
good activity, physical activities, vitamins,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I mean, all of the urgency is right here. It's right here, and you're attending to that. So for me, I think I want to do whatever I can to help attend to you. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the source, support.
That's true.
Go ahead,
You know
Missy.
what, too, Miss Ruby, is that, like she said, she showed us that sometimes the women have not eating like for a long time, so she makes sure that
Yeah,
she Can you imagine? You have to come to a place to get some food because you can't afford food. And so I was like, you got to help her. It's like, you got to help this woman because she's feeding people. She's making sure that pregnant women, because what happens too is that they don't get the proper care, then they could end up losing their babies. And
Mhm.
then what happens too is that after they have the baby, you need
They
to
become
you go to
anemic.
What'd you say, Mama?
Yeah. They become
What you
anemic.
say?
Loss of blood.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
following that,
Yeah.
they have to be able to maintain babies because the babies have to eat. So their health is
So
extremely
delivery.
vital.
Well, normally, when they are anemic like that during delivery too, a little blood that is lost, then they get postpartum hemorrhage, they bleed. Then it becomes chaos, it becomes serious. Mhm.
And this
So
is
it's
something that
better they. Hmm. Hmm.
I think people need to know this. I thank you for being so candid about this because some people just don't want to talk about it. And it's just, I'm like, if we don't start talking about what's really happening out here and talk about solutions, what she said, I
Hmm.
need funding, I need money, I need attention drawn to this. You willing to put yourself in the hot seat. That's what I call the political arena. I said, you willing to put yourself in the hot seat to get this attention. She's like, not only am I doing the work on top of my work, I'm willing to take on more. I'm willing to take on responsibility and put your name up in,
Yeah.
throw your name in it. And I gotta say
Hmm.
thank you. I have to. I mean, for me, I try to avoid politics as much as possible. Like I run the other way. I'm like, no, 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 that's not gonna fix it. I know we have other resolutions. But in some places, it's the only resolution. You got to come from the top down because you're here and you're saying this is as far as we can go at this point, and I'm pushing. So I need to get on top of here so we can bring them to the people, bring this together. And I love it. Man, lady, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. I'll be in touch. It might be a little annoying on WhatsApp, but know that we want to see your flyers. We want to see people. All of our people who are in Ghana should know about who you are. I'm excited. We got to do this because without a mama baby, ain't no life. These women are the source. You know, as
Of
much as we would
everything.
love to feel like men are in control, with no women, there's nothing to control.
Hmm.
There's just nothing. And if you don't have women to support that, these poor guys will find out how lonely the world really is. So, Dazzle, I'm
Hmm.
sorry. This girl done went in and out. Hi, baby girl. You with us? Did you have a question for Miss Grace?
Oh, I'm so grateful for these discussions. And it's so a surprise to me that through my mom, Teresa, I'm able to get in touch with you. And the way you received my message, I saw that you were really touched. And I know what we have begun today will go a long way to help the mothers to save lives. So I say, I thank all of you. We'll keep in touch. Anytime you need me on show or to do a program, you're welcome. You're welcome. Mama Teresa, too, I thank you so much for the trust you have in me to introduce me to your other community and friends. I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Yes, God bless you both. I just
Yeah.
appreciate having y'all on here and the activities. The support that y'all have is exactly what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be, Black Girls in Web3. So we are about to hop off here, but I can't go without letting folks know. I can't go without letting folks know where you at, Miss Lady, Miss Grace. Let me see. We gotta get your. We have a website. You got an email. How do we get people to you? I'm gonna
How do
put
you
it up.
get people? How do you get people?
So what we're gonna do is when we share this will go out to people who will see how to reach you for your cause. And where do you want me to
Yeah.
send it?
You can send it through my email. For now, my website had a little problem. They are amending it. So any information can go through my email or WhatsApp or anything.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
My email is,
Name?
should I spell it or I should send it to you on WhatsApp? It's
You can spell it.
Grace. Grace,
Ah,
small capital, small letter, Grace, then
uh-huh.
PENAGRA @gmail.com.
I got you. It's about to
Great
come across.
Pena, Grace Penagra. You get it?
Pena.
Mm. Let me spell it. What you had at your end.
GRACEPENAGIA.
GRA. R
Thank you
for rich.
for now.
RA.
Got it.
Uh,
GRA.
mm,
So
at
Grace.
gmail.com.
All right. Well, we
Can you
got it.
put in the chat, or can you send it to her on WhatsApp, Miss
Okay,
Grace?
okay. Let me send it on the chat.
So here you can let me know if I need to correct it. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing here is called networking. This is how we build together. And we hope that you not only hear this message, but out. Reach out and support Miss Grace and what she's doing for those women. Well, come on in and ask about how you can actually help build the cause through the coin offering. Because I'm excited. We've been talking about this for some time and actually working it out with Walt Knows Money. And he's been helping us to create a P2G project for this. So I'm excited to create a great way to market. And what I tell everyone is no, you're not going to dump loads of money into this. You're going to support it like you normally would, but you're going to get a value back for it. No more just giving frivolous dollars out that you have to keep giving every year. How about the kind of assets that build value over time? And I'm so excited because I just learned that when you get these things, you get to stake them and make coins on them. I am having a ball. Don't start here.
I would like to
I
help
like
in
making
creating.
money.
I would like to help in creating the picture for the mommy corn. I have a picture already that I would like to add to it. I have a picture that I created, so I'd like to help create the picture. If Grace doesn't mind, help put it, because it's a picture of a belly. I think that'll be
Oh,
beautiful. A beautiful picture of a belly that we can make the Grace corn. With the belly. Just put words on it. I have a belly that I would like to add to it. Hmm.
so
Okay,
I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming
okay.
together as a group and creating this project. And don't forget, we're not going to just do it together. We're going to take this to the metaverse. We are going to take this project to the metaverse as well so we can reach people internationally. Let's go, let's go.
We
And
gotta
thank you.
we gotta train you how to do all of that, Miss Grace. But I know you ready.
So before we get to the metaverse, I want us to be able to say I care and I love you to everybody who has been here listening, watching, entertaining, and not only that, but edutaining for the last hour. We thank you all for being with us. Yes, we got it. There you go. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I did it right.
Okay. Thank you.
I want
Thank you.
you to
I've sent
reach
the
out.
email. I forwarded the email through the chat. Have you got it?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
apparently I gotta fix it. Oh, I got it. It did. It did it. Okay. So everyone here, remember, reach out, act out, speak out. This is what we're doing. We love you so much, and thank you so much for being on late
Thank you, Miss
Friday,
Grace.
Thank you,
hanging
too.
out with us.
Thank you, too.
And don't forget to get on
You awesome.
don't forget to get
Mhm.
on p2gnetworks.com and get to class so you can learn how to build these kind of finances and programs together because this is for the community. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. This is going to be our first Ghana project. Yes. Take care,
Ah,
everybody.
I'm happy.
See you
Okay.
there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.